Hello everybody, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos here from onlinechesslessons.net, and in this video we are going to analyze the first round of Gibraltar Chess Masters. We'll see the game played by Gata Kamsky. I'm not sure about White's name. I guess it's Sos. So, okay, let's get started. White opens the game with d4, and we'll see a King's Indian. I like this defense when you want to play for a win. So e4, we have to play d6 in order to stop e5. Black castles, and here White is playing the main line with bishop to e2, and Kamsky plays with c6, and this is interesting. As you probably know, the main move here is playing e5, but I guess since there is a big rating difference between the opponents, Black he wanted to stop the drawish variations like this change. I mean, here we can still win as Black, although you know, if I were playing Black too, I would find d takes e5 annoying, because we have to trade queens off and it's harder to play for a win. So we can play c6, and maybe we can play with a knight bd7, and then we play e5. Once we play that, we stop the queen trade. So White castles, bishop here, and bishop to e3. I also think, well, h3 here, our idea was to take the knight, so I think playing h3 is a waste of tempo. I like bishop to e3. White is supporting his center, and in fact I feel White he's a bit better here. That makes sense. He's playing White, and I think he's better because he's got a better center here. So we play knight bd7 and then h3. Well, maybe here, apart from h3, I would also consider a move like knight to d2, because then White is trading bishops, but think about it, bishop e3 happens to be a good bishop, especially if we play f3. Bishop e3 has a lot of squares, whereas bishop e2 is not a good bishop. So when White plays this, he's making a good trade. After this, bishop takes, bishop takes. I still don't like this bishop much, and if White plans playing something like d5, then bishop f3 is crashing into the pawn structure. It's not a good bishop, so Kamsky plays a6, flexible move. We can try playing like this, maybe, or e5. It's like we are not showing our cards yet. Depending on what he plays, we decide. And he plays a4. I don't think b5 is a threat yet, because if we play b5 as black, then we are opening this diagonal, so maybe white can play something else apart from a4. What I mean is, there's no need of stopping b5, in my opinion. In fact, here we play a5, and then he's got a hole on b4. So I think now we have some positional advantage. And as I said before, I don't like this bishop on f3. Therefore he tries improving this bishop, and as white I would try getting more space with f4. So we play e5, queen to d2. I would like to say that if he takes, we can probably take with the pawn, and then we can see we are dominating in dark squares. Imagine we play something like rook to e8 plus bishop to f8. The other idea would be playing something like knight to f8, knight e6, and then we place a knight on d4. We have a lot of ideas. He's full of holes, like d4, b4. On the other hand, he can't jump to d5. So, as I said before, I think here we have a positional advantage. Queen d2 looks better. I would also consider playing d5 here, getting some space. Then we play rook to e8. Now we put some pressure on e4. Therefore, he plays d5. Well, if he takes on e5, we have the same variation, and we also have the same ideas. Rook e8 is usually an useful move in the King's Indian, and in this position, if we trade bishop e3 for bishop e7, then we are getting his best bishop. This is just an example, of course, but I just want to show you. Once we get this bishop, then bishop e2 is a tall pawn, and we just got rid of his best bishop, which was bishop to e3. So white plays d5, knight to c5, attacking e4, and we also have the knight b3 threat. Queen c2, good move. Yeah, if he takes the knight, I think we have a safe position. It's probably equal. We have opposite color bishops, but I think white lost all the advantage here because he's losing the bishop pair. So if he wants to fight for the advantage, he has to play something like this. Then we take on d5. I like this idea because if we open the c file, we can play rook c8. Therefore placing the rook on the same file as the queen, and now we have this threat too, and this is probably a big positional mistake for white. It's not a tactical mistake, he's not losing any material, but now we'll see why f3 is a mistake. I know knight c takes e4 is a big threat, but maybe we can try playing queen b1 maybe. That's too passive, I know, but well, maybe bishop takes c5 is the only option, or bishop f3. The thing is, once white plays f3, then he's creating a lot of weaknesses around his king. And bishop e2, it's worse now. I mean, it's crashing into the entire pawn structure. Not to mention, this bishop was controlling the h5 square, and now we have the chance of playing knight to h5. Nice punishment, targeting e3 and f4, and then he tries rook fc1. Yeah, there's no other way. I mean, if bishop here, then we have the chance of playing knight f4 plus queen e5. See how sometimes just one move like f3 offers your opponent the initiative. And as I said before, I think if we get this bishop, then we'll have a powerful attack. So white plays rook fc1, and then a nice positional move again by Kamsky, trying to get this bishop, the most important one. Bishop e2, as we know, is useless in this position. Well, maybe bishop e2 is useful for defending, but still a passive bishop. We could also consider knight f4 or knight e3, but if we think about it, we don't want to take this bishop on e2. We know it's a bad bishop, so it is much better to play bishop f6, and then we try trading bishops off. He plays knight to b5. Yeah, white is trying to get some counterplay on the queen side, but feels like it's too late. He can stop bishop e5 anyway. If queen d2, then we have knight to b3, and we win material. So, and if he goes bishop f2, we can still try bishop h4. So yeah, I don't think he can save the bishop. Knight b5, bishop here. Yeah, he has to trade. As we pointed out before, queen d2 is not working because we have knight b3. So he has to take, queen takes, and bishop c4. Well, this is probably the move we have to analyze. And here as black, we have a couple of possibilities, although I think we can just get a draw. Let us see. The first move I look at is knight f4, although after bishop f1, knight takes, king h2, I don't see any way to mate him, and then he's winning material, so maybe here we can try some knight move, like a knight takes e4. We see we are full of threats here. If knight takes, this is a mistake, because we have queen e3 check, and then we take the queen. So knight takes c8 is the move. Queen e3. Then the only move, in my opinion, is king h2. Of course, king f1, we have the mate. And if king h1, we have a lot of checks. We probably have something here. So king h2, then unfortunately for us, I think we have to repeat positions here. I mean, it's not a bad result, but feels like in this position, after knight takes d6, feels like we have more than that. I can't see it. As I said before, this is a bad bishop, although it's good for defending. So yeah, if white plays knight takes d6, it's probably a draw by repetition. So white plays bishop c4. Yeah, he's trying to blockade the c file, although now we take the initiative with knight f4. We have some mating ideas on e2 plus h3. Now he takes, yeah, now it's late, I guess. And a nice deviation move by Kamsky, knight to d3. Of course the bishop on c4 is under a pin, but here we have a lot of ideas. He can escape via f2. And well, in a lot of variations we are also attacking the rook, of course. He plays rook to d1. If knight takes, I believe here we can just try taking the knight. I know we have a lot of ideas on the king side, but since he can't move much, we can play something like this. And of course, if he tries this, we have at least rook takes, deviating the queen from e2. So let's see what happens if he plays rook d1. He can try this here too. So rook d1, and then what a powerful move by Kamsky. In my opinion, I mean, I would probably see this, but I have to calculate a lot. I bet Kamsky saw this beforehand. We'll see what happens here. Maybe after knight takes, we can still try this move. If king here, then queen takes, king e3. Well, we can't try this yet because there's no mate and the queen on c2 is being protected. Would be a nice try though. After rook d1, knight to f2, the key is if queen takes, then we play knight takes h3 and we take the queen. And if king takes, now it's clear that the queen on c2 is hanging, so yeah, there's a big difference. So then, yeah, white has to do something about e2, and he plays e4. Now it's easier. We are entering with our queen. Queen takes is not possible because of the check. So knight takes, and then simple move. Here white gives up. I think he can't run away. We have the queen e1 threat, and in some variations queen takes f3. As you can see, there's no move to stop queen e1 actually. We are controlling every single square on the second rank, therefore we are winning. So I guess this line, it's playable for black. I think it's interesting to see because sometimes when we play as black, it's tough to play for a win, and white was a solid player. I think the mistake was playing, I mean, this f3, and basically here bishop c4 is the big mistake. If he tries knight takes d6, we still have some attack, although as we saw, white has good resources. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and we'll do some more coverage of Gibraltar as soon. Thank you.